but one who has returned, his eyes blurred maps of landscapes still unmapped, gives this account.
The third day, cockatoos dropped dead in the air. Then the crows turned back, the camels knelt down and stayed there, and a skin-coloured surf of sandhills jumped the horizon and swamped me. I was bushed for 40 years.
Those were some lines from a poem called The Land's Meaning by the West Australian poet Randolph Stowe. Stowe wrote some memorable poems about the harsh beauty of his native country and the way people's lives are shaped by its geography and history. The lines of connection between the land where we live and writing, between country and language, between landscape and imagination, are deeply fascinating, and fascinatingly complex too. This course invites you to explore some of the ways in which writers in Australia have used the literary resources of language to express this fascination and this complexity. Hello, my name is Philip Mead and I teach Australian literature here at the University of Western Australia in Perth, the university where Randolph Stowe actually was once a student. This course is about encounters between the literary imagination and a continent, a hugely diverse land that is home to some of the oldest surviving indigenous cultures on the planet, and whose long history includes defining and sometimes violent encounters between the old world and the new. In Aboriginal culture, in early European encounters, and in later white settlement, we see how the awe-inspiring and haunting landscapes of Australia have shaped and influenced a remarkably distinctive world of writing. This course introduces you to a varied range of Australian literary works, beginning with Indigenous oral traditions and including colonial, early 20th century and contemporary writing. The texts for study include works of local and regional focus and others that engage with the wider world. Some are classic works, some are popular. We draw on some critical perspectives you may find of interest, and we interview some writers as well. It's a rough guide because it's a brief introduction to a few of the traditions and themes of Australian writing. It's also a rough guide because we go places. In each of the 4 main weeks, we start from sites, locales, landscapes, places that have captured the literary imagination in some distinctive way. We also explore the significance these places have for culture and history. There are tales of the deep time of Aboriginal creation in Central Australia, of first contact between Europeans and the fabled southern continent, of crime and punishment, of gold seeking and spiritual quest, of mysteries and tragedies in the desert, of families divided between the southern and the northern hemispheres, of expatriate lives and travellers' impressions. All across a range of songs, fiction, poetry, popular legend and non-fiction. Throughout the journey of this course, we follow the ways in which writers have adapted their language and narratives to their experience of place in Australia. So, whether you have an interest in Australian literature specifically, or in exploring the nature of this land, or simply in literature in general, you should find this course rewarding. There are no prerequisites for studying the course. The only thing it requires is a curiosity about the different literatures of the world. We look forward to sharing this experience of Australian literature with you. Enjoy the course.